established on the other side of the season, yada yada yada. Honestly, what is this? I don't really get it. Okay. Oh, I think I get it. Alright, let's play. Now, for this video here, I actually have a decent topic. And this will not just be me rambling. So, we are going to be talking about Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees. Two of the three main serial killer icons. Now, I'm reading this thing online, like, about something that they did, like a bunch of categories and everything, but I'm going to give my 2 cents on it. I'm not going to go directly from this. I'll read through this, these topics, and I'll say what I think.
2K Sports brings you the NBA.
And we'll go from
this
there.
Is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr.
So let's get this started, shall we? Now, round 1, the backstory. Now, it's 2 completely different types of backstories here. One realistic and one not. Now, with the Michael Myers backstory, we have Michael one night, quote-unquote, snapped, which is not entirely what happened, as figured out later in the Halloween series, but I'm not going to spoil that, because I don't ruin another series I'm doing on the channel.
Swagger and moxie that you love to see. You know, a couple seasons back, this guy averaged 9 to 6.
Basically, he snaps on Halloween night, kills his sister, then gets sent off to a mental institution from age 6 until age 21. And then breaks out and, you know, rest is history.
As much as he had been focused on
Jason, on the other hand, was this deformed, disfigured child.
That's a good feeling.
That
one's good.
Had issues swimming, but while the camp counselors were, you know, shacking it up, let's just say that, he drowned and died, and he pretty much came back from dead like a zombie. So, obviously unrealistic, not really interesting, almost sort of a cliche in a way, like it's just another almost zombie kind of movie. So it's a really basic cliche kind of backstory that's sort of in a way been done before, except they tinkered it a little bit, unlike the Michael Myers backstory, which is completely original and much more interesting than a zombie thing. So Michael Myers easily wins round 1 with this one.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Now round 2 we have the mask. Obviously which mask is scarier, not which mask is prettier, not which mask is cheaper, more expensive, none of that. It's just strictly on what's scarier. This is horror movies and that's their whole goal here. Now the Michael Myers mask is kind of a carpentry kind of mask that you get at a carpentry store. That, you know, use, I guess, to, like, keep stuff from getting, like, out of your eyes and such, and to protect your face, pretty much. Jason's is a basic hockey mask that, you know, kids will wear when they play hockey and such. Such as one of Jason's, like, things that I love to do is play hockey.
And guys, when you look at
which does look a little freaky, the way he does it, but he's all worn up and beat up
he has the potential,
and such.
To be even better than what he is right now.
But honestly, it's a very, very common type of a mask that pretty much every kid that's ever played hockey has worn at one point or another. And it definitely is not the most comfortable thing to, like, look at, especially when you're getting murdered, but it's not the freakiest thing.
That bucket in no time at all.
Don't take your
Unlike
eyes
the
off
Michael
of him
Myers
because
mask,
he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor.
which is actually a Captain Kirk mask, just modified.
Now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the
But
guys, well, I had a chance
in
to
reality,
Coach Dwayne Casey.
it's based on a carpentry mask, and that's what carpentry masks look like. And they're kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask, except the Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask is made out of human skin. And that was freaky. And in ways, this mask resembles that.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this
Except
one.
it's not made out of skin, it's actually made out of material used to protect the face.
Show that they've got the edge on the glass.
And this doesn't have any sort of facial expressions, and it's bright white. And it looks like a ghost or a monster. It just doesn't look settling. And if this just popped out of nowhere, you'd be freaked the hell out. So I'm gonna have to go with Michael yet again. Is this one of the most iconic masks, not just in horror, but just in
These
general.
players have excelled in setting up their teammates this
So Mikey wins that one.
leaderboard shows us the
Now round 3 is the murder weapon.
Fourth, Kyle
Mike
Lowry.
likes to keep it basic with a steak knife.
That stretch of time, no question. His passing has just been phenomenal.
And Jason
Williams is checked in for Toronto.
would either use a machete or he would figure out some other way to go through with the kill.
They defeated the Wizards.
Now Mike,
so
not every single one of his murders was the butcher knife, but a good majority of them. And the other ones just weren't too creative. Unlike Jason, who will either use a
Too many
machete
of their points came
or
the easy way, Steve. You're right.
whatever
On dunks and
tool
layups
or
against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
whatever great idea
Good
he
on the
has.
shot. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
Now with the machete, it's huge, it's intimidating,
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly.
inflicts a lot of damage and makes huge bloody messes.
Cephalosha dishes to Korver.
It's unsettling,
That's good
it's
on the
gory,
assist by Korver.
it's
And the
disturbing
Hawks
to
lead
some
by
people.
4.
Those are the kind of
Butcher
nice
knife,
inside
just
looks
a butcher
they've
knife.
gotten in the first half here.
You stab
I
him,
think they should really
bleed a little bit,
continue to
die.
work it down low.
Machete,
It's really gonna
you do a lot
free
more
up
with
the rest of their offense.
Johnson, the pass
in
to
a lot more
DeRozan.
effective way.
Johnson sets
So,
a screen for DeRozan.
Jason wins this one. Because the machete is just
Outside
the
Williams,
machete
just fine on
versus the
clock.
knife.
Hands the
The
12-footer.
machete wins.
Wow, he was just wide
Round
open
4 is
there. That's
menacing.
way too easy.
Who's more evil?
9 seconds left in the first quarter.
Now, Michael
Here's
is
the great. And that's
does
gonna
not
get some
honestly
good
seem
defense
to have
down the
much of
stretch
any sort of
to
mental
end the
issues, even
quarter.
though he was in a mental institution. But
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter.
he was just
and for the Hawks guys,
evil.
what stands out to you, stats-wise?
you're straight evil,
For a different look here.
as Dr. Moon
Kane
said.
is
There's
checked
no
in for
other way to
Brand.
put it.
Cephalosha comes in for Damari Carroll. Kyle Korver, who's checked in for
Even
Kent
with
Bazemore.
this,
and the great
even
sub
with
in
the
for
plot
Jeff
twist
Teague.
later in the series,
Raptors
now
also changing
he
it up.
wasn't
Tyler
really super
Hansbrough
evil.
checked in for
He
Patterson.
was still evil
Vasquez
at the
comes
end.
in
It pretty
for
much proves
Ross.
that he was
And it's Lowry again
actually
for Lou
evil.
Williams. The great is in at the point. Payne out there with Paul
And he
Millsap.
wasn't,
Then there's
you know,
Kyle
I'm not
Korver.
getting too much
And it's
into it.
Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup.
Yeah,
for
he was,
Atlanta. Shot
evil.
clock at 6. Lowry. And misses
Had
it
no
off the right
sympathy
side of the
for
rim.
any kind.
You know, something that's kept this
Or
game
anybody.
close is the fact that
Not even
rebound
his
totals
family.
are almost
Or
identical.
anything.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
He is almost
Right side
shown
Millsap.
sympathy or almost gotten
stolen
it
by
back,
Johnson.
but nope.
Lowry at the elbow.
He's been evil, stayed evil, and will never turn back. Jason, on the other hand,
Back to Johnson.
he
And
kind of
off
has
the
a
basket,
mental
he is fouled, and he's going to the
problem
line
because he's
for
all
one more.
disfigured,
Gotta love the use of the
and
bounce pass there.
he's
Perfect
special
feed.
needs, so
In a moment here to take a look at some
I
hustle
mean, as
stats
it
for the Hawks.
seems
But
he has an
great
issue.
hustle, defensively.
like that. I
Each
cannot
quarter,
confirm it,
like
though.
Testing everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Another big aspect of their game
But
tonight has
even
been
though
the fast break, transition
a lot of the
opportunity.
actions that he
They're
does
really keeping it up tempo so far.
6 on the shot clock.
are really, really bad.
Here's the great.
And no
And it's good.
human,
The time running down on the shot clock.
most likely no human would do that.
The great's got 6.
How about that? Gets
I
it off
would go
right in
with
the face of the
Mike
big
on
fella.
this one.
Quick release.
But honestly, I'm not
Operating on
sure.
perimeter like that negates some of the height
Mike's pure
disadvantage,
evil.
too.
Jason's got issues
It's tipped.
that aren't really his.
It's out of
Well,
bounds. The
not
Raptors
entirely
able to retain
his fault.
possession here.
I mean, if he goes through with these
Over the
actions,
last
it's fault.
month, we'll take
So
a
I
look
think
at
we're gonna have to
where
go
the
with
Hawks rank in the
tie on
NBA
that one.
stats. 4th in opponent
But hardly
points
a
per
tie,
game.
though.
7th in blocks. And they're in the top 10
Round
getting
5,
into the passing lanes
the
and coming
kills.
up with steals.
Yeah, this
Mike
is a team
usually
that,
just
that has
uses
played well,
the
particularly
yet again the butcher knife.
defensively. And you look at those opponents' numbers,
Jason
opponents' points per game. That jumps
has a
out
variety
at
of
you.
different ways.
This is a team that plays hard, they
Or
play smart, and they play together.
Well, the Toronto
Mutilation.
Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting
Beheading.
next season to celebrate their 20th
Whatever.
anniversary.
There's like a million different ways Jason kills people, so Jason wins that one.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But
Next is durability. Now this is a very interesting one
bird of prey
here.
connotation rather than a dinosaur.
Because
Let's see some of
in the
numbers
Friday
here on
13th
top of
series, Jason has
Cephalosha.
died
The last month of basketball was for
once.
him. He's averaging
once.
4 points, 2 rebounds, and
And he
2
came back to
assists.
life. Michael never died.
Disappointed with the way things have been going, but the main thing is he can't get down on himself.
Now,
He's
granted,
gotta
they could
continue
both
to
take a
grind,
hell of
and
a
if he
whooping.
works, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, and there's one way to look
But
at
the
the bright
main
side here. He hasn't set the bar very
issue
high.
here
so
is
at least there's
Jason
plenty
has
of room to
died.
grow.
Michael hasn't.
And you go back to when the Raptors
It doesn't matter
came into existence in 1995.
if Michael got shot
it was
6 times off the
Jurassic
balcony,
Mania,
or if
thanks to the
Jason got a
hit
huge
movie at that
machete
time.
shoved
That
through his
influenced the fans'
skull.
vote when it came to the team's name, but I think the
Jason
Tyrannosaurus thing
died.
may soon
Michael
go
did.
extinct.
Michael survived. Jason didn't.
The great passes to Millsap.
If you die, it takes away from your
Gets
durability.
to Millsap. Foul call
Now
that
you can make
time
the
on
argument that
layup.
Michael
They'll get
hasn't
2 chances
suffered
at the free throw
some
line
of this
here.
stuff, but Michael
Talk
suffered
about
some
the branding of
tough
this
stuff. Getting set on
Raptors
fire,
team
being
in
shot,
uniforms.
blown up,
Of course, we saw the
electrocuted.
Toronto-bred rapper Drake at a lot of their games sitting
Punched really
courtside
hard.
at the playoff run last year.
He's
This
still
is, I
going.
think, an up-and-coming
So Mike wins that
franchise with
round.
a lot of appeal. Paul Millsap is one of the most versatile forwards in the game, a natural power forward, but he brings some small
theme
forward
music
qualities as well. He's a heck
is
of a
the next
player. and
round.
He's developed that three-point shot to round out his game.
And Michael Myers just got that eerie piano kind of music that creates
Both free throws
suspense,
good for Millsap.
and it's freaky.
And Millsap in
Jason
the score
has
facing up or with his
Some
back-to-back.
also has some
inside
freaky
and out.
music.
Reversible clothing is Paul
Going.
Millsap, and he's a handful. Now he's an undersized forward, but he can make the three. He's physical. He can get
So I
to
have
the
some
line.
eerie
He's
woods
got a
kind of
number
music,
crafty
like a
shots.
monster's coming.
This guy
Jason is
is
pretty much a
really,
monster.
really underrated as a player.
These 2K Blazers we wear, they're reversible. You didn't know that, did you? Huh?
In hardly any way, shape, or form was that music ever modified. Michael's has been modified. The first one just straight up piano. Second one
Here's the great.
synthesized.
He has 6, and that one's good.
And we've gotten electric guitar. We got a lot of cool stuff with this theme song. And it's always freaky either way.
Raptors trail by
Jason's
7.
is freaky as well. But I'm gonna have to go with Michael. The score makes
Johnson
the
the
movie
screen.
what it is. And that's freaky.
Now here's Vasquez.
So overall, who wins? I would have to say Michael.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Because
Already it's February. Let's
Mike's
see how
the
East is
originator.
matching up. You look at
Mike
the
has won a
Hawks.
lot of these
They're trying to
rounds.
get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And of course, Toronto, 2.5 games back.
And
Well, right now for
Mike's
the
just a
Raptors,
guy.
they've got people
He's
all
the man.
around the league shaking and scratching their heads, trying to figure out why a team that was so potent last year.
I would
is now
definitely
squarely
love
in the
to
middle of
do
the pack.
Well,
a
they went through a few changes in the offseason.
Freddie versus
but
Jason
not enough
one,
where you'd think the
or
team
Freddie
would,
versus Michael,
would make such a
or even a
dramatic
triple
drop.
threat
So, I'm surprised. I thought
between the
this
three.
club would be a lot better.
which would be fun
Cephalosha passes
to
to
do
the break.
as well. But I don't really have time for that right now. I have
Just
to
fine
plan
on the
everything
clock.
out.
Here's Payne, and that's good.
And it's
Nice
all gonna be
job
a
on the
huge
glass
mess.
as they pick up 2 on the second.
I don't have the time to do it
They've
right
done
now.
their part here to run down
Also,
a lot
I forgot
of
to
missed
mention at
shots.
the beginning of the video,
A solid
the Hawks side.
rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every
Sorry I
loose
couldn't
ball,
get
putting a body
that
on
video up.
somebody and going after the rim.
Now here is Cephalosha.
You know, me
Hands
getting
throw to
signed, but
Here's
well,
the
it is what it
great.
is. For other
Dishes
reasons,
it
I
to
could not
Millsap.
upload it. Probably would have gotten
Flashes
flagged.
in for a double-digit lead.
So I'm just
And
putting
now
that
it's
one
an
to the side.
11-point Atlanta lead.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
But yep, as you can see, I'm
No good.
not trying to toot
beat
my
the
own horn,
buzzer.
but I'm worthy of the Hawks.
And so we wrap up
because of what I've been accomplishing.
Hawks ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to
So I'm just going to shut off the commentary for now.
Coach, what are the key aspects of your game plan going into the second half based on how that first half played out?
Well, defensively, we got to get stopped.
Okay, fellas, nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested. Shelvin Max checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Toronto also making a switch. Williams is checked in, setting the floor for the Raptors. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. DeRozan and Ross, they're the 2 and 3. And it's Williams at the point guard position. Pass to Korver. The 11-footer. The shot no good.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for the Hawks. LeGray comes in for T. Johnson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Vasquez comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Outside Williams. Kicks it out to Vasquez. There's the feed to Johnson. Raptors moving the ball around. Williams inside the line. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
That'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities, and that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Payne, he's checked in for Atlanta. Johnson against Millsap. Here's the great. 8 points for him. A little shot fake there, got the knee out of position. The great's got 10 points in the game. Raptors trailed by 19, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, Kyle Korver, of course, one of the league's most dangerous shooters. He said three-point shooting had better be the best part of my game, but if that's all you do, you don't get to play that much in the NBA. I try and be solid all around. I enjoy basketball and not just shooting. Kevin, he's a gamer.
He comes from a basketball family, Doris. He has that deep love of the game. You can just tell. Thanks.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Millsap a screen on Williams. The great passes to Matt. Fires top of the key. Here's Payne. Toronto grabs the miss. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. Number 5, the Hawks.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game. Terrence Ross, I think, has a chance to be an elite 3-and-D player at the NBA level. Has three-point shooting and defense for the uninitiated. Tremendous athleticism and a beautiful stroke make him an entertaining player to watch.
And Mack kicks to Millsap. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter. Raptors trail by 17. Outside Williams. Hansbrough inside, and that one's good.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
The great passes to Matt. Here's the great. He's guarded by Williams. Feeds it to Mack. He dishes it to Sefolosha. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to the great. Fires at the elbow. And that one hits back iron.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Williams sets a screen for Ross. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ross has got 8 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
The dish to Payne. Here's the three. The shot is off. And Toronto will come the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto.
Well, they won last time, and it wasn't even close, largely because they caused so much foul trouble that they were playing against a makeshift lineup for a lot of the game. He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Here's the great. Rebound by the Raptors. Ross has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Going back to what Steve was talking about, once the fouls started piling up, Clark, on the other side, things really got out of hand.
Yeah, it really got ugly, got messy, and it did so in a hurry. And at that point, you just knew they didn't have the weapons to get back into it.
Vasquez dishes to Williams. Fires from the line. Payne grabs the board. Payne's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Now, Ross. He's got 8. He kicks it to Williams. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Mack, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist to the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what...
And I'm making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Corver. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And the great subbed in for T. Then for the Raptors, Valanciunas comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The great in at point guard. Carroll at the 3, Millsap at the 4. Cephalosha is out there with Elton Brand, so that's the lineup for Atlanta. Pass to Cephalosha. He feeds it to Carroll. Here's the great. Gets the go-ahead bucket. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shots. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Millsap a screen. Here's the great. Good.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Steve, what a big possession right here.
No doubt, guys. You can feel the tension in this building. Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
The Hawks shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Over to the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Cephalosha. That one wide left. Fast break Toronto. Here's Johnson. It's off.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. So Johnson hits 2 of them.
I'll tell you what, you can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. It shows you what he's made of.
And the Hawks with possession here. Here's the great. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these... And so it's Toronto winning this one. You know, Clark, they couldn't put them away in regulation.
Thank you, Kevin.
I was in town with another one of my clients, Dante Exum, and had to see if the rumors were true. Guess they are. New digs. Look who's moving up in this world. I'm sure you already know Dante, the biggest player to come out of Australia since, since ever. He can run the point, move over to the two-guard, whatever anybody needs. He's about to take the league by storm.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And this is the man I was telling you about, Dante. Destined to be the biggest undrafted success in the history of the league. Ballin', making money, going places.
Maybe, but he's gonna have to go through me to get there.
Ha! Boy, you acting like that's a challenge.
Take it however you want. You see what I mean on the court.
Fellas, let's keep it cordial. We're all in the same money-making family here.
I don't care if you're in grade school or the NBA, this game is all about solid fundamentals. Let's get some extra work in here. Gotta get better every day. That's what I'm talking about. Good efforts yields great results every time. Way to work.